All right. Well, this is Star Crusade CCG, our digital card game. It's available on Steam Early Access now. I actually just imported my settings in here, and it's coming to iOS, iPad, and iPhone.
So you can have cross-platform play between Steam and iOS?
So,
Cool.
so I couldn't log in there with my earlier, so I had to actually import my own Steam settings, and I did it, and so now I'm playing with my OP decks.
Okay,
which
cool.
is what we want.
Perfect.
So in Star Crusade we have 6 factions. I'm going to just show you a few of the commanders here. We got Sanbara, which is the Consortium, the Terrans, the Shanti, Anunnaki, the Hedgergag, and you're getting also the perfect pronunciations of these as we go. And
That's always the problem of like fantasy style names is no one knows.
Absolutely. We were actually surprised that people were like Shanti and Hedgergag. Like there's no real way to get that wrong.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah, totally. So the game itself has, let me show you the deck builder. So in the deck builder you got your cards, of which there are over 400 at this point, and you got your modules. So the modules are these abilities that you get to outfit your commander with. So imagine, so you've got one commander and they've got a variable size deck, so 25 to 40 cards, which will also impact your HP, your starting HP. And you can then choose any one of these modules, up to 3, to bring with you to each deck. And they have all kinds of different rules. Some of them are passive, they work automatically. Others will have an energy requirement, which is a secondary resource that you accumulate during the game. And so each deck you can actually customize with up to 3 different modules. So let's get into a game here. I'll show you like a Shanti deck. So the Shanti, their special kind of faction abilities are mutate.
Okay.
They mutate everyone and everything around them. So
sort of Zerg-like, but not really.
Well, they actually created another of the factions of our factions, the Zergag.
Okay.
So they affect units like enemy units or your own units with wacky, different, terrifying effects.
Okay.
So let's just choose this guy. So in the beginning you get 3 or 4 cards, and you can get an extra card if you have fewer cards in your deck than your opponent.
Okay.
So right now we have 40 cards in the deck,
and that's representative.
HP.
So if you had 35, you'd have 35 life.
Yeah.
Or okay.
This guy has 30 HP and 30 cards in his deck, so he actually gets the extra card, and he actually starts with 6 cards. So we're going to start. We're going to just pass the turn, but here are the modules that we brought along. So this one costs supply. So this one's just regular supply cost. It lets us mutate a target unit or mutate ourselves to deal damage to a unit. So for instance, we can do that now. We'll mutate ourselves, and then we will attack this unit.
So are those persistent? You can use them at any time during the game, or?
Every turn you can use them at least once, unless of course another unit or tactic modifies them.
Okay.
Tactics are basically the abilities that you can do. Units are the guys that fight. And so this one also takes 1 supply, but this one takes 8 energy. And energy is right here. It's this bar that's going to fill up. And it fills up as we do different battlefield tactics. So let's play somebody else. Let's play this guy.
Should we mention that energy builds up faster if you have fewer modules?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So the energy right here. So this the opponent only has 1 module with him, so he's got these 2 other modules which build up his energy. So his energy is already at 8. We're gonna play this guy, and so he will take control of that other enemy when he dies. So that's his special ability. But we have this fun other module, which once we build up the energy, so Varomorphic Spores, it spread the effects to target unit from adjacent unit to its left. So there's a little bit more tactical stuff involved in this game.
And when you're playing cards, you can place them wherever you want, to the right or to the left. Okay.
Yeah. So for instance, we're gonna do. So as an example, we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna use our Precordian. Let's turn it on. Precordian Symbiote. It's going to give us 3 damage, but we're going to gain 8 energy. And then what we're going to do is we're going to play this. Spread affected target unit from adjacent units to the left. We're going to play it here, if we can. There we go. And so now he has this guy's effects. And this guy's effects is he actually grows as he accumulates. Yeah, so now they both grow. They each get +1/+1.
Interesting.
It's for every killed unit. So we're going to kill this guy, and both these guys are going to get +1/+1. Because we've used these kind of modules in combination to create that. But there's 8 modules for each faction, so you can do all kinds of stuff. For instance, this card, like let's play this card. So this is a Chimera. It destroys itself at the end of your turn unless you mutate it.
Okay.
So that means you've got to have either your module that mutates, or we have this card also, Minerva Spores. It's going to mutate him and draw a card.
So when he mutates, he just changes to another random thing, or what's
no? So mutate, it will follow the effect on the text on the card.
Okay.
So this guy, he just nullifies himself. So nullify means get rid of all the text effects, and his text effects set to kill him.
It's like a
so now he
silence,
does.
basically.
It's a silence, yeah. So now we just. We've got a card that can, for example, target unit gains mutate, destroy this unit. So if we, for example, place this on someone, and then we can pass it along.
Okay.
For example, using this thing. We've also got cards that are going to mutate all units. We've got cards that are going to mutate all units if you're attacked through a cipher. We've got, so here's an example of a random card, right? Activate. Deal 2 damage to a random enemy unit.
Okay.
Well, it's not really very random right now because there's only one.
Well,
so
can you attack the enemy hero? Does that count as a unit, or is that only card?
It would say character. So where do we want it? Yeah. The internet is a little bit slow here, so it's chugging along.
Hotel Wi-Fi, the worst.
Yeah, it's the best. So, but all of these guys are going to grow now, and then everything truly does end. So besides this, we've got different game modes. So we've got ranked, we've got raid mode, we've got new modes coming in, and the 6 factions each have 6 modules and 400 cards total. So there's a plenty to mess around.
There's a lot of options as far as strategy is concerned.
There is, and like I said before, we're pretty deep into analytics, so we're trying to go for 49 to 51.
See, now did you need to attack that guy, or could you have just?
Yeah, so he had screen. I just skipped over it because I just ignore it at this point. But yeah, so that guy had screen. You had to attack him. There's going to be a lot of stuff that you see throughout the CCGs, but we've added a lot of fun effects of our own. There's going to be soak, there's armored, there's mutate, and a lot more stuff coming in.
Should we talk about how you and Dima are going to be constantly updating the meta?
Oh yeah. So my brother and I basically are the ones who came up with the game and put it together. We've been working on it for years. We even have a paper copy at the office with plenty of paper prototypes. Of course, their footprint was 20 by 20 when we first started.
Right.
That was fun. So we're always involved with the community, making sure that things are as balanced as possible. We do content updates. We do that's the internet. So he's dead.
Yeah.
There he goes.
Just waiting to make sure that he's dead.
But we want to make sure that there's no one single killer deck. That's the best.
Yeah.
For sure.
We're always working. So the game is being streamed by our tiny audience right now because we've only soft launched in one country, and so there's already people out there streaming it, having a good time, and just climbing the ranks.
Cool. So it's Star Crusade, and it'll come out when, you think? Or?
So you can play it right now on Steam, early access, and our early access is pretty good. We hope. We try to keep it clean. The game is coming out soft launch for iOS shortly.
Okay,
and then hopefully in the spring will be a full release for both iPad and iPhone. We do have an iPhone version already working.
Awesome. Well, thanks for showing me. This is really cool.
Yeah.